Good morning and welcome back to the Summer Slim Down series, which in the past few years I lost around 100 pounds and then I gained about 10 to 15 of those pounds back. And I'm taking you along, showing you what I do on a day-to-day basis to lose weight in a healthy, long-term, sustainable fashion. So if you watched the video last night, I meal prepped and went to my friends to watch the NBA Finals game and stuck to that, ate the meal prep. They did have a bunch of wings over there. I had about 3 or 4 boneless wings, but I had around 250 calories left. So probably worked out in that aspect. And then this morning I went, walked to the gas station and got a coffee, just 0 calorie sweetener in there, and that was it. So I am currently making my first meal today, which I will show you here in a second. But I think the thing that I've been struggling with, because I've been kind of stagnant with my weight, is just staying extremely disciplined the entire time, because I have just, gone out or had some drinks or gone out to some dinners, and it's really impacting my progress. So if I want to drop this 10 or 15 pounds, I really need to lock in and hold myself accountable and still have fun, but keep it manageable. Because the tough thing, if you've been, dieting or on a weight loss journey for a long time, you will find out that the further you get down the road, the tougher it becomes. The error for margin is slim to none. Because say you have 100 or 200 pounds to lose, you can do very small things and lose a bunch of weight. Like if you just added 20 minutes of walking a day, or if you just stopped, if you drank a bunch of pop, full sugar pop every day, and you just cut out a bunch of that, you're gonna lose a lot of weight. But if you've already lost, say 100 pounds or 90 pounds, or, depending on your weight, I guess it's better to look at it as percentage of your body weight. If you've lost a large percentage of your body weight and then you're trying to lose more, you basically can't mess up, which is, that's just part of it. It's unfortunate, but that's part of the game, is that the mistakes you make are largely magnified later on. And that's kind of the issue that I'm running into, is that even if, I have one day where I go out drinking and have a bad meal, that one day is going to set me back. And so I need to be better at managing those losses. So that's kind of what I'm running into. That's kind of the update on the process right now. But not going to let it get me down too much. I just know that it's from my own doing and I need to be better about it. So I will show you what I have for my first meal. All right, I am back. Just finished making my first meal of the day. It is a nice looking high volume meal. So my inspiration for this was kind of a breakfast taco. And usually I wouldn't have this big of a meal, but I am about to go to the pool and swim for a little bit. And it's already noon, so I wanted something that's gonna hold me over for a while. So what I did was I had some potatoes that I mixed in with some bell peppers and some onions and cooked that down for a little bit, and then mixed in 2 eggs, and then I have a little bit of chopped up grilled chicken and put that on these low carb tortillas. So I got some healthy carbs from the potatoes, add some volume with the bell peppers and the onions, healthy proteins and fats from the eggs, and then protein from the chicken. And then the low carb wraps have some fiber in there. So really good looking meal. It's very well balanced. I think the macros on this are around 400 calories, 40 grams of protein, 37 grams of carbs, and 15 grams of fats. So an extremely balanced meal, and it's a lot of food. So like I said, always say, that's kind of my goal into making these meals, is one, maximize protein, and then also trying to eat as much food as I can per the calorie. So for 400 calories, this is a very large plate of food, and it's going to get me full for a while and give me enough energy to go swim. So about to have this. I will see you after the pool. All right, I am back from the pool. Got a solid swim in. It is very hot out there. I did do some yoga out in the sun, which felt nice. Came back, made a little snack. I wanted something very light and refreshing since it was so hot out there. Definitely been, drinking plenty of water, but I have some Greek yogurt with blackberries and cantaloupe in it. That's going to be very refreshing and help, get some additional liquids into my body. And then I also have a simple chicken taco, just grilled chicken, fat-free cheese, kimchi on a low-carb tortilla. So a light little snack. I still do want to go to the gym today and hit a light leg workout. And it's just tough, especially around legs, because I don't want to overstrain my back and my legs, because I've had an issue with that in the past. And I've been doing a lot of cardio already. Swam today, and then I also want to go on a walk later. So I may just have to scrap the walk and just make sure. I already have like over 7,000 steps. So, but I just enjoy walking. So, and then I also want to, today is Friday. So on Fridays at Kroger, you get 4 times as many fuel reward points. So while I eat this, I'm going to go through the weekly ad and see if there's any good deals on some stuff. I know there's a few things that I need, like Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, some vinegar, tomatoes, cucumbers, so I can keep making my salad that I've really been liking. So, but this is a light little meal, like I said, 300 calories, 35 grams of protein, and it'll get me refreshed and hopefully fuel me for this little leg workout I'm gonna do. So that's the plan. I will catch you here in a bit. Okay, just got back from the gym, hit a very solid leg and core workout. Great times, I'll tell you what, it's just been so hot. Already swam today, and that lift just put me out of my misery. I'll tell you what, I usually like to do my workout earlier in the day because I have more energy for it, and I don't wear myself out with things like walking or cardio or just the general heat right now, but that's kind of the way the cookie crumbled today. After the workout, I did have a Muscle Milk protein shake, 170 calories, 25 grams of protein, just because I knew I was going to go to the grocery right after the workout. And some people will say that you have to consume protein within like 30 minutes to hit your like anabolic window after your workout. I don't know if I truly subscribe to that, but I knew I was going to need a little bit of a pick-me-up before I went to the grocery. At the grocery, so to preface this, if you've seen any other of my grocery haul videos, you will know that I am a semi-frugal person. I love finding a good deal. I'm not like a penny pincher psycho, but if there's a way to save a couple bucks, I'm going to go ahead and do that. I see people talking about like, oh, it's not cheaper to go grocery shopping. It's cheaper to just eat out. And if you subscribe to that way of thinking, good for you. Good for you. I'm not gonna talk down on you, but if you think like that, you can just leave. You can leave this channel. That's not true. It is not true at all. And the other thing is people will be like, oh, because you think about couponing and you'll think about like that show Extreme Couponers where the people were like nut jobs. I'm not going that hard, okay? If I had the time and energy to, then yeah, I definitely would. But I don't. And so I probably spent 10 to 15 minutes while I was eating a meal just going through the Kroger weekly ad and then selecting the digital coupons, and that was it. I spent 10 to 15 minutes. I have my receipt right here. It was originally, let's see what it was. It was originally $90 and it went down to $65. So I saved 27%. almost $25 worth of savings. And that was from 10 to 15 minutes of just clicking through the coupons. And groceries are expensive. And if you don't want to take the time to spend 10 to 15 minutes to save $25, you're living better than me, okay? But that's not my lifestyle. And so a lot of these things were based off of the coupons of stuff that I already buy. But some of the things I just kind of stumbled into that were things that were on sale and a good deal, so I copped them. So here is the grocery haul. The big items already up here. I got really good sale on 2 liters of pop, and these I believe came out, there's a couple coupons going on for those, so I believe those came out to be around $1.25. And that just shows you, if I went to the gas station, they're gonna give me 32 ounces for like $2. I got these for like $1.25, and it's a whole 2 liter. I mean, what? I don't know. Not to harp on it too much, I just don't understand the people that say grocery shopping is more expensive than going out to eat. Because one, you don't know how to cook. 2, you don't know how to plan. And if you just put a little bit of effort into things, because things in life take effort. So you either have things that take effort or time or money. And, you can really only have a couple of those at a time. It's like, okay, I put a little bit of time and effort into saving money. And it's the same thing with anything. Like if you want to get better with financial literacy or any skill that's out there, you have to put the time and effort to get the payoff from it. So, and then I got a big jug of distilled white vinegar because I've been making the tomato cucumber salad, which has been very good. I needed more cucumber. And if you can, and that goes back to the same thing I was just saying, just buy in bulk. Like, you can look, usually on the sales tag, they'll have like price per unit, like price per ounce, or price per ounce for something like the vinegar. And if you just buy this, I mean, this was like $4.50. If I'd gotten the small one, that's like $1, it's just much cheaper in the long run. So if you can afford at the moment to get the bigger one, it's going to save you money in the long term. So let's get into it. I got some Greek yogurt. I got the Kroger brand this time to see what's up with it. The Fage that I usually get is just so expensive, extremely expensive. So I thought I would try the Kroger brand. Got some cottage cheese, obviously. Ran out of cottage cheese. Need some of that. My favorite, G. Hughes barbecue sauce. Shout out to G. Hughes, he's a real one. My favorite sauce. Kroger does not have as good of a selection of the sauces compared to like Meijer or Walmart. Also, I usually don't buy these unless they're on sale because they are expensive. But I am a Mio fiend. My favorite flavors are orange vanilla and I believe cherry blackberry. Love those. I just drink so much water that Mio just helps me consume more, and it just tastes great. I love orange vanilla, so I had a coupon that was like $1.40 off of those per, so that cut down the cost quite a bit. A couple things that I found in the clearance aisle that just looked good. I've had these before. They're, I believe, for babies. It's like a dried pineapple with like chili seasoning on sauce, or chili seasoning on them, and it's like, basically just a dried up pineapple. And I've put these in my my smoothies before. They're really good. They were like 50% off, so $1.50 for that bag. Also in the clearance aisle, these were about 50% off as well. Thought I would try them. They are Atkins protein snickerdoodle cookies. So interested to see, it says for 6 cookies, it's 150 calories, and there's a lot of fiber, very low in carbs, and it says it has protein in it. I don't know. Stuff like this, I don't really trust that there's protein in it, but if there's fiber and it's low carb and it's a cookie, I'll give it a shot. Why not? It was $3.50. I needed more low carb tortillas for the tacos that I've been making, so picked me up some of those. I got a thing of sunscreen because I have been spending so much time out in the sun. Make sure to protect yourself from the sun. And I think, so these are usually like $10. I had like I swear 3 different coupons to use on this thing, and I swear I paid maybe like $4 to $5 for it. So I got it for, you know, over 50% off. And then kind of into the produce, they had buy one get one raspberries, which raspberries probably, they're like one of the healthier berries. Love a good raspberry. So I got 2 of those. Got the, they have mini tomatoes, and as well, if I can find them in here, they had mini tomatoes and the mini cucumbers on sale. So I got some of those for the tomato, cucumber, onion, vinegar salad that I've been making. They had this broccoli slaw on sale. It's just a mix that has, you know, different greens. So the plan for this is to, maybe I'll make a stir fry with it, but in the past, I've just mixed like Greek yogurt in here and just almost made like a healthy version of coleslaw to just give myself some volume to the food. I've gotten these before. They are, it's kind of like a Brussels sprout mix that has a spicy maple sauce on it. And I'll, you know, there's a little bit of sugar, but for how good that maple sauce is, you would think it has a crazy amount of sugar, but it really does not have much sugar at all. And it was only $1.80, so really good deal. I think those were like 50% off. I've gotten it every time I see, for some reason it's on sale a lot. I don't know if people aren't buying them, so maybe I shouldn't tell you because maybe they won't be on sale the next time. But they are just, the sauce in here is really good. And the whole bag is like 270 calories, which isn't bad. So I'll usually eat like half of the bag for 130 calories or so. So love that. And then the last thing I got, I believe, is just an avocado. Got one that was pretty ripe. I think my plan is to just eat this today because I have not had much fat today. And I really try to stay away from avocado because it's just hard to time when to eat them because they're always too ripe or they're not ripe, or it's hard to save them for very long once you open it. So, but sometimes I'll have an avocado as a treat, you know, one of the healthiest fats that you can eat. So I think since I have tomato and onion, I may make some kind of like a guacamole for dinner tonight. So that is the haul. Like I said, I saved around $25, and there's no meat in here. I already have a bunch of meat in the freezer to thaw out because I buy that when it's on sale. So, but just don't be, people get so scared when they hear you talk about couponing and they think you're some like freak of nature that's like trying to scam. But you know, we're all getting scammed out here. Get your money up. Another thing, it is Friday, so at Kroger, you get 4 times as many fuel reward points at Kroger if you shop on a Friday. So, but you have to go in and select the digital coupon. It doesn't just happen. And you know, don't sleep on that either. I a couple weeks ago, I filled up. I got $1.30 off per gallon. That cuts the price of gas by like 40% when I filled up. So these things add up. You know, they add up because you're thinking like, oh, this coupon only saves me 50 cents. But hey, you do that 30 times throughout the year, it saves you 15 bucks. You do it even more, you know, the money adds up. The money adds up. So that's the haul. About to put this in the fridge. And then I believe, since I really haven't had that many calories today, it's 5 p.m. and I believe I'm going to go bowling with my friends later. So I might have a little snack after I put this away. I'm thinking about the cottage cheese. I have some powdered peanut butter and then some berries in there. I think that'll be a good snack that's well balanced with protein, fats, and carbs. And also some berries to get me some of that natural sugar to give me a little perk up since it's so hot. So that's the plan. I'll see you here in a bit. Okay, so earlier I did end up having a snack of cottage cheese, cantaloupe, blackberries, and raspberries. Great combination. And now it is dinner time. I just finished cooking it up. And you know, the whole way of my eating is like, if I have a macro that earlier in the day I had a lot of it, then later on I can adjust and kind of roll with the punches. And for example, today I had a ton of fruit, which is a lot of carbs. So now for dinner, I have to have very few carbs. But I have a very good looking meal, and I was low on fats today as well. So for dinner, I made a simple guacamole with avocado, onions, and tomato. And so that'll give me some good fats. And then to go with that, I am gonna go a little bit over my carbs tonight because I used my low carb tortillas to kind of make homemade chips to dip into the avocado, which I think sounds really good. And then I just have some plain chicken breast, put a little bit of fat-free cheese on that, and some G-Hughes barbecue sauce. So pretty good looking meal. It's still high volume even though there's not like vegetables. I mean, there is some vegetables in the guacamole, but not my typical meal. But since I had so many carbs today, gotta keep it light in that regards. Dinner is gonna be around 500 calories and 50 grams of protein, which will bring the totals for today to 1,564 calories, 169 grams of protein, 134 grams of carbs, and 54 grams of fats. So pretty locked in on the macros today, except just a few extra carbs, which isn't gonna hurt me. And then a ton of fiber as well, mostly from the low carb wraps, but got some fiber from some other sources like the berries and the avocado and such. But yeah, pretty good day. I'm about to eat this and then head out to go bowling with my friends for his birthday. The plan for that is no drinks and no food. So should be able to stick to that. I'll let you know if something changes. Probably just gonna rip a couple Diet Cokes and call it a night. So let me eat this before it gets cold. I will see you tomorrow.